Just watched two incredible new Denpa videos, and you already know that they're incredible because it was some of the only English content that I have consumed recently. In order for me to break my 12 hours a day of listening and reading in Spanish, it's gotta be good. So you already know it's good. Go to the videos in the description and watch them, please. But anyway, that's not the topic of today's video. The topic of today's video is the fact that I have managed to figure out how to like eating. Now, this is crazy. This is crazy for me because for my entire life, I have not been able to do this. I don't get hungry very easily. I have to force feed myself in order to get the amount of calories that I need, which is still the case, but I've made it fun, and I'll explain how. And I generally just don't have desires to eat. Like, whatever genes that other people have that make them want to eat more food than they actually need, that make them want to consume, and they get dopamine from eating, I don't have that. I just literally do not have that experience with food. And it doesn't matter what food it is. It doesn't matter if it's extremely good food. It doesn't matter if it's very high quality food. It literally doesn't matter. So the way that I am built genetically, the fact that I only seem to be able to eat when I'm like extremely hungry, and even then my hunger signals are not that powerful. I still have to do all of this pantomiming and all these shenanigans in order to get to the level of calories under what I need, let alone what I need. I'm talking about under what I need. And so I have come up with a scheme that seems to be working out very well for me so far. If I sound very energetic and loud, it's because I literally just finished lifting a shit ton of weights for a prolonged period of time. So I have a lot of energy. But what I figured was that I could turn eating into a math project, and I could give it a schedule, in a very similar way to how every day I wake up and I do my Anki, and I add that to my calendar, to my list of things that I've been doing every day, and then I do my reading goal, and then I do the bare minimum of my listening goal. The listening I end up doing throughout pretty much the whole day, but I do the minimum of my listening goal in the morning, along with those other things, because that is when I'm the most focused and when I can most actively pay attention to everything that I'm working with, everything that I'm working on. During that period of time, I have a lot of numbers that I work with. I really like working with these numbers. I like working with these lists. I like having these things that I have to do every single day that I know are going to add up to something and that I can measure over time to look at my progress. I realize I can do the same thing with food. It's called counting calories, and I can literally do math while I do it, which is fun. I can multiply, I can add, very basic math, but it's fun. And as a result, I have a clear, measurable idea of what my progress is with my calories and how that's contributing to the weights that I've been lifting. And as a result, I can look at this and feel a similar amount of satisfaction to what I feel with languages, because it is now this intrinsic part of my routine that I can measure with strict rules that I have to follow. It's beautiful. I love it. And so now I am in a totally different situation as far as food is concerned, because I have devised a system by which I can enjoy the act of eating, even if I'm not directly enjoying the act in that moment. The fact that it's contributing to this longer term kind of thing that is tied to this broader system that I've envisioned and given to myself makes it to where it is enjoyable. Because that's generally how I work. I don't even need to feel enjoyment of the activity per se in that very moment, as long as I am conscious of the fact that what I am doing is part of this broader system that I'm obligated to follow every day, and that has this measurable progress tied to it that I can look at after a determined or undetermined amount of time. So there you go. I figured out how to like eating.